This is your sign. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. I'm going to read you a quote. A human being is a part of a whole called by us universe, a part limited in time and space. He experiences himself, his thoughts and feelings as something separated from the rest, a kind of optical delusion of his consciousness. This delusion is a kind of prison for us, restricting us to our personal desires and to affection for a few persons nearest to us. Our task must be to free ourselves from this prison by widening our circle of compassion to embrace all living creatures and the whole of nature in its beauty. By Albert Einstein. Welcome back to Sweet Infinity. My name is Kieran. I'm doing daily readings of one of my oracle decks, one of my tarot decks, to go over the meanings of the cards and interpret something for you that I hope resonates with you. Today I'll be reading from a deck called the Signs of the Times Oracle deck by Crystal Banner. That's the name of the artist and card creator. This is a very interesting deck. It uses modern day signs and symbology to talk about different things that we can see in our daily life that may stand for something interesting, metaphorical, mystical, spiritual. So I'll just read you the back. It says, this is the sign you're waiting for. While you were waiting for a sign from above, the universe has been sending you messages right here on Earth. The signs and symbols in this 44 card deck look to be just part of a landscape at first glance, but open your senses and your mind to the messages they contain, and you will find the answers you're looking for. From yield signs and traffic cones to lucky pennies on the sidewalk and angel numbers and receipts, each card is bursting with the everyday magic the universe places in your path, along with a guidebook to help you dig deeper through layers of meaning. I really like this deck. I'm going to shuffle it and we'll pick some cards. It comes with a guidebook. The artwork is really cool. On the back, there's this optical illusion type thing. And then the artwork, like I said, is modern day things, modern day imagery. I'll shuffle it and then we will go over it. I hope that you can subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. I would love to be able to notify you next time there's a video. So please hit the little bell icon so YouTube will let you know. If you have a comment or a question, you can leave me a comment down here, or you can message me or email me. I also would love it if you would share this video if anyone you know might be interested in something like this. And if you want to purchase your own deck, I'm going to leave affiliate links in the description below. I'd really appreciate it if you could purchase it through there. It'll help me out a little bit. It won't cost you anything extra. Okay, let's pick a couple of cards, see what comes up. I picked two cards. So one is Knot and the other is Labyrinth. The Knot says relationships and Labyrinth, it says journey. You are on a relationship journey. That would be the most straightforward way of looking at it. If you notice, there's also this movement and this movement here. And this could also be a journey, right? Knot is about bonds and about being connected, being tied up together. Maybe let's pick some more cards, see what happens. Angel number confirmation. Now, this could mean there is something, possibly a marriage or some kind of official confirmation of a relationship that is in your future, whether it's your own or someone you know. There might be something like that going on. It doesn't even have to necessarily be a romantic relationship. It could be a new child is coming into your life, or a relationship that's going to become confirmed in some way. It could be that you are going to be a godparent. It could be a lot of different things, right? Let's pick another card. We have the yield sign, which says patience. So we've got interesting cards here. We've got relationships, journey, confirmation, and patience. If I was doing this reading for myself or someone, what I would say to them is to look for these signs in your day-to-day life. Look for things that have knots in them, especially if it's sort of out of place. Look for things that have some kind of labyrinth or imagery of the labyrinth, or the movie Labyrinth, which is one of my favorites. Look for angel numbers, which are considered like 1111, 3333, things like that. And look for yield signs, which I'm sure you can see when you go out, if you're driving or if you're on the road anywhere, because those things may be connected to something that you're seeking. And when these cards come up, I find that they will lead you to a place. Maybe you take a certain direction, you make a certain choice, that these cards can inform you. I use these cards as just day-to-day magic. And the message down here, for example, patience. There might be a need to be patient. This could even mean being patient when you're on the road, right? Like that's what a yield sign literally means. This could mean that maybe you're in a place when you see these numbers like 1111. Look around in your environment. It's a way for you to be noticing your environment when you see any of these. If you're, for example, not in a relationship, there might be something there when you see one of these signs that could be calling you into something that might become a relationship or might confirm a relationship that you're in. So just keep an eye out for these signs, knots, especially if they're in a place that you wouldn't expect them. Something that looks like a labyrinth, a yield sign, angel numbers like 1111 or 2222 or 33, things like that. I'll pick a couple more cards just to get another vision of what we're expecting here. So I've got two cards here. One is the cowrie shell, which is for abundance, and the feather, which is for messages. Messages are always good when you are looking for signs for something, then you want to get those signs. They usually come through some kind of messages. If you see feathers in your environment, if you see cowrie shells, pay attention because those are also related to what you're looking for. And if it's a confirmation of a relationship, as we discussed, then these two cards are going to support that on your journey, which we see here. So you're on a journey and it's going to lead to abundance, whatever kind of abundance that you're looking for. And you have to find the messages, and you will see messages. Look for yield signs, angel numbers, labyrinths, and knots. And of course, cowrie shells. And last but not least, feathers. Feathers are always good. Feathers are always symbols of some kind of blessing that's headed your way. That's how I see it. This is the deck. It's really nice. It's beautiful artwork. Crystal banner. It does come with a booklet, and I didn't read from the booklet, but it does have a pretty nice description for each card within the booklet and gives you some ideas for meditations, explains the story behind the card, what got the artist Crystal Banner into making this deck, because it's a very unique deck. So just to show you some of the other cards on this deck, because it is quite unique, the artwork, we have globe for possibility, yin yang for balance, power lines for energy. You know, these are things you might see in your everyday life, and it just gives you an idea of like what kind of messages you can read into them if you're looking for signs for various issues in your life. Phrases for motivation, like phrases that you might see in doctor's offices and whatnot. Crowns for personal power. Rainbows for hope. Succulents, those little flowers, for resilience, because they can basically survive anywhere. Lotus flowers for enlightenment, hearts for love, infinity symbols for unlimited potential, like sweet infinity where you are right now on the channel. We've got bullseye for focus. Anytime you see these symbols, you can consider how you want to spend your day when you want to focus on these topics. The other way to use this deck is to pick a card for that day, whatever random card you end up picking, and let that be your guide for the day. Another way is to use the cards as prompts for journaling, whatever they bring up for you, like bees for creativity, a palm for destiny, and see what comes up for you. Write a story or write a piece about what that image invokes in you, or when the last time was that you saw that image or symbol or object. So if you want to check it out, link is in the description here. I would appreciate getting from there if you're going to purchase this deck. I hope this was useful. I hope this was interesting. I would like to do more readings from this deck. Thanks for being here. Please hit the subscribe button and the thumbs up button. Come back and I'll do another reading for you. In the meanwhile, and always, take care of yourself, take care of each other, and have a sweet infinity.